Okay, Dulquer.
First, extremely sorry for
Okay.
being late. Yeah, I was
You were driving
underestimated
your
by
fetish
traffic,
for
yes.
which
But
car were
there's
you
not
driving?
much driving, I was sitting in traffic.
So which car were you driving?
I was driving a Porsche car.
Okay. Okay, so let me begin by saying, apart from this being Satyanandika's movie,
Right.
the other reason why you signed this film, Be Truthful, was because you could ride a bike.
I don't ride the bike so much in the film. I barely have the bike in.
But I've seen your bike fetish in most. Like there's Charlie, used to ride a
I
bike.
honestly, even when I'm hearing a narration, I don't think there are talks about what I'm riding or what I'm driving or even those scenes, except for like Neelakash. That definitely I signed up for the bike riding. But this is just a small, bit of the film. But yeah, there's definitely more to the film than just riding that bike.
I know, I'm just saying, was it part of the reason? Alright. So bringing it back to the kind of characters you choose, what do you go for? Do you go for the humility, the niceties, the nobility in a character? Or how do you pick your characters?
I think I typically pick the films that I would want to watch.
Okay.
When I hear a script, I would think this is a film that I want to go watch. It's something that I would, be entertained by. Whatever genre it is, that I think is the most important for me. Typically, with the directors I've worked with, I have gotten meaty roles that I've gotten to do, and it's nice to see them offer me things that I haven't done sometimes. Like when I did even a comedy part of when I did a Kali. That's always nice for me to see that they kind of have that faith to try that with me. So I think it's a mixed of things. It's primarily the film that I would want to watch.
When you play characters like Jomon, which is quite urban or very real in realistic environments, there are no crutches in terms of physicalities or history or references.
Right.
Where do you tap your energy, or how do you bring this character alive on screen?
Again, but Jomon being from the shoot, even if I meet people from there, it's not something that I completely relate to because I've spent only time in Cochin and then in Chennai. But it's I think usually so clear in the minds of my writers and my directors that I think within a few days or a few scenes I kind of understand what my character is like. And I think it's hard for us actors to describe what the hook is, where or when or how we get it.
Okay.
But even if say we have
That's the magic.
Yeah, and it's even if we have to kind of go fill in for another film and that's a different character, and even if you're blessed enough to have got the hook for that film, you can kind of jump into that and jump back into this. But if you ask me, I don't know what exactly is that thing, but it is there. It is. Every actor will say, "I got the character." Like there will be a day when he knows I've got it. And it's just small things. Maybe the way he laughs or smiles.
Like Charlie had a distinct laugh.
And it's a few of those elements. If it can be the smallest of things. It might even be just in your head. Sometimes I don't even know if the audience notices. But the day you figure that out, it just it gives you that kind of freedom to push that character to any extreme and then see what all you can do with it. That's the most exciting part, I think, for us actors.
When I spoke to you a long time ago, you had told me about how daunting it was for you to get into films because of your dad's legacy. Now there's always talk about, will you be paired together on screen? How daunting is that?
Honestly, typically the most pleasant things people say about me now is that I've improved a lot.
Of course you have.
Yeah, but I personally believe that I've kind of overcome that fear. That, like you said, is daunting.
You're uninhibited now.
Yeah, so like the fear of being so-and-so son and having to perform and live up to such a mega actor. And he's known not just as a star, he's also known for his acting. So I didn't want to kind of wreck that reputation and spoil that. So I think I'm slowly overcoming that, which is probably why I'm opening up more or whatever, if I'm improving. But again, sharing screen space with him, I hopefully have reached a stage where I'm not. Maybe I'll just enjoy the process completely. And I think, again, as actors, we do our best when we completely enjoy it. I feel like once the fear is out of your system, you're free enough to do whatever you want.
I know you're very elusive to the media.
Right.
I have experienced that. But you have a great, you're very vocal on your social media platforms. Is there a distinct, is that a...
That is me, genuinely, because all of you tell me I'm elusive. I'm like, okay, let me at least do this.
So you can tweet to Dulquer, but it's tough to
You know what it is? It's just there. Like I can do it wherever I am, whenever I am. And also, like I don't think I should constantly be kind of talking to the media. I'm very bad at promoting myself. I feel like my work should kind of speak for itself.
True.
And I would love to speak to everybody like when like a film is releasing, but I went 8 months without a release. And in that time, what am I going to talk to you guys about? Like, hey, I'm doing this movie, I've signed this movie. And those movies might not happen.
Just give us a chance. We'll have lots to talk about. Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you. And again, all of you are actually extremely sweet to me. All of the media. I don't even know what I'm afraid of. I think it's just this. I don't want to seem as too, excited to kind of like talk about myself.